Hey guys, welcome to Andyland. It's your girl Andy, serving up this pretty in pink look. This is the first look in our Valentine's Day countdown series. Starting today, we will be doing a look every single day. There will be posts on my Instagram and TikTok that will correlate with each of the looks. So if you're interested, head on to my Instagram. It is in the description box below. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and keep watching. First, we are going to prime our brows with the NYX Brow Glue. My natural brows are real struggly, so in order to get those brow hairs to cooperate, this is the product, okay? To prime my face, I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I know you guys who are faithful to my channel see me use multiple. I've been using one lately, and this is the primer. This has such a sticky feel, so my products grip to my face, and I'm not worried about them moving all over the place. Then I'm going to spray my face using the Milk Hydro Setting Spray, letting that air dry, and going in with the Maybeline Fit Me powder in the shade Deep 35 to set the primers around my mouth and my nose. I'm a brows first kind of girl, so using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate and their 7B brush, I'm going to sculpt and fill in my brows, starting underneath my brow and then adding little brow strokes, little hair-like strokes throughout the brow and brushing it in to make sure it's blended. Take your time with the brows, lady. They don't need to be twins, but they do need to be related, okay? Now to clean up the brows, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Concealer in the shade C13 and a flat brush, and I'm only cleaning the underside of my brows. Gotta take care of them little scraggly brow hairs that just don't have a place, because my brows don't cooperate, you know what I'm saying? They don't see the vision, so we gonna make them see the vision. Once all that concealer is on, we can blend it out using a buffing brush just to make sure that there's no harsh lines or edges. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Tan Latte and use that to prime my lids. For those of you who are like super observant, you can see that my eyes kind of look a little busted right now, and that's because I had filmed eyeshadow and then it looked like I threw up pink on my eyeballs, so I had to take it off. And then instead of giving up, I decided to redo the look again. So this is my second attempt. I'm blending out my e.l.f. concealer with a flat brush, patting it, not swiping. I'm using the Morphe X James Charles eyeshadow palette today. This is the mini, and I'm going in with the this pink called Skip. Down in the corner, it's a very vibrant pink. I did not set my eyelids this time. I kind of wanted the colors to be vibrant and a really high color payoff, so I decided not to set my eyes, and I'm just patting in the color until I get the exact vibrancy that I want. Is vibrancy a word? Oh my god. Okay, well, until I get it to be as bright as I want, I'm gonna use that color and just pat.
Know the taste of your lips under palm trees somewhere a million miles away. You look like you wanna try the same.
To blend out the edges of that pink, I'm going in with another color. It comes off a little white on camera, but it's actually like a really soft pink, and it's called Pinkity Drinkity. Such a cute name, but I'm just buffing out the edges of that first pink. To cut my crease, I'm using the LA Pro Concealer in white and a flat brush, and I'm going to make sure that I pat the concealer and make sure it's this nice, smooth, even base for when I apply my lip colors. Going back into the James Charles palette, I'm taking this purplish shade called Love That, and I'm using that to blend between the white concealer that I used to cut my crease and the crease color, the first pink that I have, so I can have a nice smooth transition between shadows. I'm using the shade Pinkity Drinkity, the same color I used to diffuse the crease color, and I'm going to pat that all over my lid using a flat brush. I'm using the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette and taking that hot pink. I'm going to place that on the outer edge of Pinkity Drinkity. I felt like I needed another transition shade, so this is what I decided to go in with. And then I took the brush I had used to diffuse the outer edge of my eyes with no extra product, and I'm just blending over everything, the whole entire eye, to make sure it looks nice.
Springtime is my favorite time of year.
I had tons and tons of fallout, so I went in with the makeup wipe and tried to clean up my face so the shadow wouldn't mix with my foundation. For foundation today, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way Soft Matte Foundation in the shade Brulee. So I went in with a couple pumps of that and blended that in with my Morphe foundation brush. I always go in with a damp sponge after I use a brush to make sure that my base is super nice and even and there are no brush strokes. I'm using my Real Techniques body blender and it is damp, and I'm just patting over my entire face. I like to spray my face in between layers, so I'm taking the Urban Decay All Nighter spray and I'm going to spray my foundation, and then I'm going to pat that in. So every time we spray, we always pat it in to make sure it mixes in with the foundation and it helps with the longevity of our makeup. Now, I definitely forgot how yellow this foundation comes off, so I'm going to go in with my Nars Radiant Foundation in the shade Macao, and I'm going to go on top of that and just kind of help it not be so yellowy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was looking like my walls back there. But this mixture is turned out really nice. And y'all see them breakouts? I've been just breaking out, y'all. I've been going through so much at work. It's just been crazy, but we're gonna ignore them, okay? It's part of life. The first concealer we're going in with is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in the shade 410. I'm going to use this to help conceal around my mouth and under my eyes. I'm going to blend this in using a Real Techniques concealer brush and just going back and forth with little patting strokes. I don't know, it's something about blending your concealer out with a brush to just be like, oh, yes. But I forgot how much I love this Fenty concealer. It blends out like a dream. It's super creamy and very minimal creasing. So, yeah, she's that girl. And you always want to blend out the edges of your concealer so you don't have harsh lines. So I always take my foundation brush and just kind of go over everything to make sure it's well blended and seamless. Next, I'm taking the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C12 and I'm placing that literally in a dot. Not really a dot. It's kind of a big dot. But maybe a circle, triangle underneath my inner corner. And then I'm going to take the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade I think it was Honey, and I'm going to put that underneath that concealer. So this is my new little concealer trick, and I kind of been feeling it. Like it's been doing what needs done. Okay, like there's really no right or wrong way to apply your products. And then for contour, I'm taking my Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Katsina. All these usual places, you know, Jawbone, cheekbone, nose bone. And then I'm gonna buff all of that in and get to blending, y'all. Get to blending. When blending out my nose contour, I try to use a smaller brush. When I've used a bigger brush in the past, as my concealer is setting underneath my eyes, I've accidentally gotten my bigger brush into it and dragged concealer all over my face, and it's always been like a huge nightmare. So taking my time with a smaller brush is kind of key. I got this brush in a set from like TJ Maxx. I think it was like $10 for the set. So great deal. TJ Maxx, do not sleep on their brushes, okay? So I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge to blend the concealer out. It should be nice and tacky by now. I just like the gradient effect from the Makeup Revolution concealer to the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So making sure I take my time, and then when I feel like the concealer might be escaping me, going in with the booty of your sponge and patting it, you can see it kind of tames the scary. So don't worry if your concealer tends to get a little out of control, it spreads too much. Just pat it right back on a place, either using your foundation brush or the bottom of your sponge, and it'll help diffuse it. See? Look at that. Look at it. I'm spraying my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray again and patting that in using my sponge. Look at how nice and even everything is turning out to be. And I have still like nice gradients to my skin. Patting, blending is key. It just is. I just don't like, it's #1 rule of makeup. Blend. To set, I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Blondie. Going in right under my eyes, going in with a little bit at a time and pressing it into the skin until it pretty much disappears. That is kind of the key to setting powders. You want to pat it in, and that's how I know it's set. That's why I kind of hate setting with a brush. Like, I just can't do it, but whatever. I mean, people get it done. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Setting Foundation Powder in the shade 410, and I'm taking a fluffy brush and going all over my face to make sure everything's nice and even. To bronze, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Sunstalk'r bronzer in the shade Coco Naughty, and this beautiful Japanese brush I got from TJ Maxx. I actually really love this brush, but yeah, I'm taking that over all the parts of my face that I contoured just to bring some color and definition back into my face. To set my nose contour, I'm going in with a smaller brush and taking that along the sides of my nose. Spraying my face yet again, because we gotta make sure this bad boy lasts, and patting it in with my foundation brush. Look at the skin, she's skinning, minus, the little pimples, but, she's skinning. I'm taking the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette again and going into that same pink with a smaller brush. I am going to add it to my lower lash line and brush it out. Sorry y'all, I was watching Superstore USA. My big sister Amanda kind of got me hooked, and it was a good episode. So I was trying to keep my makeup going, but the show was calling my name. But just adding that to my lower lash line and brushing it out and up into the crease color, kind of where my wing would have been. So here I am being extra again. I'm taking the NYX Glitter Primer and a liner brush, and I'm going to apply that into my crease, and then I'm going to also use it to make a wing. Now y'all, why I gotta be this extra? You know what I'm saying? Like, the pink was cool, but of course, I always gotta do a little extra. So take your time with this. This was something that I've actually kind of only done on myself like maybe once or twice, because that's not something, you know, I would go to, you know, Target in. But I was feeling cute, I was feeling extra, so y'all got the look. I'm going to take this loose glitter from Anastasia Beverly Hills and stamp that onto the glitter primer. Now, I was actually kind of upset because it didn't come off in camera like it did in person. Like, it was a lot more vibrant in person. So I tried to zoom y'all in so you could at least see it, but the camera wasn't doing it justice. Like, it looked so good in person, and it was honestly a lot more messy than I expected. So I probably should have done this before I did my face, but it was cute. It was giving. Like, I was actually really excited that it came out exactly how I wanted. Look at that, y'all. Extraness. I have forgotten to buff out the lower lash line, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some lashes and be right back. Girl, show off, go off. Okay, I'm gonna add some white liner from NYX into my waterline, and not my camera going out of focus, but y'all got the message. And then I'm taking my Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced to my lower lash line, to my lower lashes, to kind of help bring them out and let them pop a little bit. Moving on to lips, I'm lining them with the NYX lip pencil in the shade Espresso. I finally got my hands on the NYX Shine Loud lip gloss. This is in the shade Magic Maker. So one side's like a matte color and the other side has this high shine gloss pigment thing. Actually a super cool product, and it's supposed to be like transfer proof and everything. I didn't get to test all that part out, but I did really like the formula of this lip gloss. So if it is transfer proof, that's like an extra added bonus. I'm spraying my face with the Benefit Cosmetics Professional Super Setter. This is kind of like a super fine mist, and I kind of like it to use with my makeup and patting it in. It does tend to minimize my pores, so I've liked using it since I've gotten it. A+ for me. I almost forgot to highlight my nose. I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Duos in Ginger Bitch and Moscow Mule. And I'm taking that to my nose and my nose only, making my exclamation point and diffusing it with my foundation brush. I'm going to spray my face one final time with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Spray. Y'all know I love that spray. Like, whew, and I'm going to let it air dry. Here's the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it for you. All the products will be listed in the description box below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the rest of the videos in this Valentine's Day series. And see you in my next video. Bye!